We're back.
We're back, guys. After a hiatus, we're here.
A short hiatus. Wasn't
Yeah.
that long.
Not long. Just a week.
And welcome back to One-on-One Ratio Pod, the podcast where we talk about everything but what's going on in the Middle East at the moment.
Yeah.
But sometimes we also talk about cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about it?
I have a little. Just a little bit.
It's this, yeah.
Yeah, can you tell me about it?
It's this thing. It's like this group of people, and they go to like public urinals, and what they do is they like take a hammer and like crash every like urinal one by one and scream hum ba 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 every time they do it. But
Oh my
then they
God.
like participate in a group pissing like tournament, and it's all filmed on camera and
Wow.
uploaded to www.cinema.com.
What?
And that's cinema.
That's cinema?
That's cinema.
Wow. That's moving, honestly.
It's moving kinetically.
Look at that. Look at that, guys.
Welcome to One-on-One Ratio Pod. I'm Yoav, akiva.
I'm Melina Nazarian.
And tonight we're talking about
Klute.
If
you were here during Pana Anetvor, you know that I chose Klute, and we're now doing Klute, baby.
Yeah. Which is such a fun movie title to say. Do you agree?
Yeah, it is. Klute.
But before we get to our feature presentation of Klute, I just
I forgot to start filming. Timing. Oops, it's okay.
It's okay. We should just get to some film news, because in our temporary hiatus, a lot of things happened in the world of tournamental group pissing. So would you like to begin, Meli? I'll hand the torch to you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start with getting the obvious one out of the way. The actors' strike is finally over. After 188 days, that is half a year. All demands have been met. Actors are protected against AI. They will be getting benefits now, not only just being paid, but they'll be getting benefits, which is crazy. That's a huge step in the right direction. Yeah, this is awesome. This is great. Very glad that they are getting what they deserve. So it's really good to hear that.
I was just ecstatic to hear this news. I'm just the most happy about, all the paying and all the AI taken down that's going on here. I'm just super happy to every person in SAG and every actor around the world and every aspiring actor, even those that are now backstage in theater and they don't really know if they want to get into it.
Oh my God.
Sean Baker, one of our favorite directors, or one of my favorite directors working in today's modern landscape.
Sean Baker.
Meli. Yeah, Sean Baker, director of the Florida Project.
Yeah.
And
Red Rocket.
Yeah.
And Tangerine.
He has a new comedy film coming out called Honora, and it was picked up by Neon, and we know nothing about it, but looking forward to that.
What I do know is that there are 2 Armenians cast.
Look at that.
Look at that. And one of them was in Tangerine.
Oh, really?
You've seen Tangerine, right?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, well, in Tangerine, there's a whole like plot revolving around this Armenian man. It's really cool.
That's sick.
And that same guy is in it.
Okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing Tangerine and also this new film. What's your next little news segment?
My next news is that it's regarding the Grammys, but also movies. excuse me. Oppenheimer, Barbie, The Fabelmans have all been nominated for Best Film Score at the Grammys. Barbie's a little weird to me.
They mean like this because Barbie's more of a soundtrack kind of film.
Yes, but the category is Best Film Score.
I feel like the Grammys don't really care. Like it's all just muddy.
Yeah,
Like
but
they don't really care about the specifications between
there's an
score and
obvious winner
soundtrack.
here. There's an
You're
obvious winner here.
you're gonna say Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because
What do you think I
that's
was gonna say? The
close.
Fablemans? No.
I don't know. No, like Barbie or something. I don't know, since
No.
it's so popular.
No.
Well,
Oh
I
my
feel like
God.
Barbie might win because it's so popular.
Barbie might win because it's popular, but doesn't mean it deserves the win.
But also, the song "Can You Hear the Music" has become a TikTok sound, which also makes the
Can you hear
Oppenheimer.
the music?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
Now I'm
is.
just embarrassed.
You should be embarrassed. What is that?
It's a song from Oppenheimer's score that's been used as a TikTok sound as of
Oh,
recent.
I thought you were talking about Barbie. I'm like,
No, no,
what
no.
is that? Oh, yeah, okay.
What?
I know what you're talking about from Oppenheimer. Yes, I know.
Um,
Yes. I know
another
which
great
one.
filmmaker, Darren Aronofsky, who his most recent project was The Whale. Dun, dun. Which me and Meli did not really like, because it's an awful film, and I don't recommend anyone to watch it. He has a new project coming out, and reportedly it utilizes this new technology, which is an 18K camera that takes
Crazy.
12 people to operate.
Crazy.
That's nuts. I don't really have a lot to say except for that's nuts.
Yeah.
And in recent years, there's literally been so many revolutionary, like, cinematographic, like, new electronic, like, things, such as Nolan working in IMAX and black and white, and now Aronofsky and all this. Super super happy about that.
I just wish it wasn't him doing it.
Right.
Any other
I do appreciate him as a filmmaker, but it's the whale that gets ya.
Yeah, it is.
It's just the whale in the room.
Yeah, it is.
But that's okay.
But
What's
that's
your next?
okay. Because my
Yeah.
next thing is I saw last night, apparently they're planning on making a live action Legend of Zelda movie
Hmm.
in which people are rallying for a Hunter Schafer to play Zelda. People are very and she was asked about it and she said that she'd be open to playing Zelda. So we'll see what happens with that. I
I don't
saw that
know who Hunter Schafer is.
oh, Euphoria,
Oh, Euphoria. Okay. I
like
see her now.
Ballad of Songbird and Snake.
She could, yeah.
Yeah.
She has a face fit for the Zelda universe.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
Um,
interesting because I did see a tweet that was like, video game adaptations are becoming the new superhero movies,
yeah.
which is not wrong.
Right. I think The Last of Us really sparked that, and then obviously the Mario Bros.
Mm-hmm. FNAF.
FNAF, which we'll talk about later in the
We'll
pod.
talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind these video game adaptations. I think this
Neither
kind
do
of
I.
stuff gets really stale really fast. So,
Yeah.
um, I hope it's not overdone, but
I think it'll be.
that's fantastic.
I mean, here's the thing though. If they can do live action Legend of Zelda well,
Right.
it will be phenomenal.
True.
Because if you can create that world, because
Right.
the possibilities in filmmaking are endless. So if you do it right
Right.
and you can create that world, it should look really good. So
Yes, it's. I don't remember the name of the game specifically, but I played something Zelda adjacent on my
mhm.
friend's Nintendo Switch, um, last year, and it took me 2 weeks, or like 1 week, and I didn't even finish the tutorial.
Mm,
I'm not good at video games.
it's okay.
Have you played that game? Or like
No, my brother has it. I've not played. I'm not a
oh yeah,
video game girl.
your brother's really into games.
Yep.
I don't know why I said that so ominously.
He was Jigsaw for Halloween, so
That's crazy for someone of his age.
he's never seen the movies. He just
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Don't let him wait a few years, even though he's not that young.
He's almost 14, so
I feel like a 14-year-old could watch. Oh,
yeah. I mean, if Owen Barbie is
he-
watching Inland Empire,
shout out Owen Murphy.
shout out Owen Barbie.
I feel bad for that guy. I don't want his soul to be tainted so young, but
I think
he's
it already
literally
is.
a
It's okay.
freshman in high school already, so he's fine.
What's your next
So
news?
official trailer for Wim Wenders' new film, Perfect Days, was released, which is something I'm so looking forward to. It's this slow character drama. Obviously, I love Wim Wenders, and I actually watched one of his films this week that I'll talk about. And this movie just looks sweet, and the cinematography looks perfect. What did you think of that trailer?
I loved it. I thought it was so good. I love Lou Reed, so the fact that I mean, obviously because the title is Perfect Days, they played Perfect
Right, right.
Day, but like, the song is just it makes my heart crackle. So I felt
It
happy.
makes my heart break. That's one of the saddest songs
It
that
really
I have.
is.
It's
It
on my
really
saddest
is.
songs of all time playlist, and there's there's some trickery at play. You know what I mean? Because there's something between the lyrics and the music and the vocal performance, that like they like juxtapose each other,
Hmm.
and it's kind of it's a kind of heartbreaking song.
It
Um,
was in Train Spotting.
right, which is something I'm getting to because my aunt said that she has a DVD of it, so I'm just gonna grab it from her and watch
Oh,
it
you
as
have to
soon as
text me immediately when you watch that
right.
movie. You
And
know I
it's on
love it.
Criterion, so I'm looking forward to getting
I will
that
cop
if
it when it's
that
out.
happens. Anyways, what's your next
My
thing?
well, okay, my next one is the Inside Out has been trailer
I
thingy.
I also wrote that was followed by 3 puking
Yeah.
emojis and death emojis and sadness.
I think it's gonna be interesting
I'm
having
anxiety.
it's just I think having anxiety as a emotion is a good one. I'm just like, what are you gonna do? Like, this is so bad because we have people that watch the podcast, but I'm just gonna say this anyway. My first thought was, okay, Riley's a teenager now, so where's horny?
Right. Maybe that's the second one that they tease
Well, but
at the
will
end.
they? Because it's a kids movie.
No. No, they won't.
Yeah.
That's
And then all my
first of all,
friends agreed with me. They were all like, "Yeah, where is horny?"
that character's just gonna hump everything in the background, like
Lord.
like the whole movie, like the whole plot. But then every time they go to like inside the brain, you just see horny like humping a wall, like on the side.
That's crazy. That is crazy that you just put that out there.
I just think the character design for anxiety is so
It's awful. It's
irritating.
awful.
It's so like childish. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
I know anxiety is supposed to piss you off, but it's so like
No,
ugh.
but why does it look like that? Like the other emotions look normal, and then anxiety, and then I bet you like it's gonna be some shitty ass version of anxiety, like, oh no, I'm scared of this test.
And you know
I'm
what
nervous.
what show did this concept super well was Big Mouth, because they have the
Mm.
anxiety mosquito, and you know the who's what's the name of that character played by the guy from Naked?
Um,
Um
Naked? Oh, David Thewlis.
yeah,
Oh,
he plays like the shame wizard. Um
yeah, 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 yeah,
that's a
yeah.
show that does this concept perfectly, and that trailer made me mad. I won't be watching the movie.
Yeah.
Made that be our problems, but
Shame. Oh my God,
anxiety
Shame
killed
Wizard. I can't believe that.
it. Yeah. Have you seen Big Mouth?
I've seen a few episodes, not the whole
Oh, you
show.
didn't like it. You didn't like it.
I just thought it was. I mean, not that I didn't like it. It was just.
it's just kind of a comfort show. There's a new season now. It's kind of a comfort show for me because I started in middle schools and it really helped me come to terms with, middle school life or whatever.
Right.
And I just feel like Pixar used to be such a more of a like children and adult oriented company, and they have to strike a very specific chord here. I would say with at least a PG-13 rating, but it won't happen.
It won't. It
So
won't.
you can't,
Which is why the movie's gonna flop.
right, and you can't like glaze over teenage life because it's the teenage like coming of age aspect is not something that you can Pixarify.
Nope.
You
Nope.
can. You can't glaze over horniness. You can't glaze over depression, and you can't make a stupid childish character design for anxiety. Sorry,
It's
you're
gonna.
boiling down teenage and human emotions
Yeah.
to basic things that are not. Sorry, they're not. I don't know.
No, I agree. That's why I'm not gonna see the movie. I don't care.
What's your next news piece?
My last piece of news is that Jared Leto climbed the Empire State Building. I thought I should put that on. Let me pull up the video.
I'm imagining him up there like King Kong right now.
I mean, like, pretty
so
much.
You know.
Timothy
Is it
Chalamet just
for
posted a
some-
picture.
Is it for some? Oh, he kind of ate with that leather jacket.
No, like he's gonna be on SNL tonight. Like, I have to see it.
Yeah, good for him.
Like, I'm so excited. Oh my God. Sorry. This is good news too.
Oh yeah, and Nathan Fielder's show. We've talked about it before.
Yeah,
on the
but this
pod,
is
but
awesome news.
The curse is coming out. I wish I could see that. I'll probably end up like renting the season or something.
It actually is
on
out.
iTunes because I'm just so interested on how it will be.
Do you have any other news
But
left?
yeah, Jared Leto climbed the Empire State Building. Crazy.
Wait.
The last thing I wrote was the Disney Plus and Hulu streaming services are testing their new joint service. Cool. That's like top 10 stupidest things I've ever seen.
Jared Leto just loves climbing
is it
shit.
For some what? Is it for some method acting performance that like
probably.
Anyways, that was our little news segment. Should we get on to what we watched this week, Meli?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. What did I watch this week?
You watched a behemoth of 80s filmmaking that you haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For your film class.
I watched the Raging Bull. I think I gave it 4 stars. It was what I expected it to be. The thing that I like about Martin Scorsese is that no two of his movies are really the same.
Right.
Even though like he has multiple movies about mafia, multiple movies about Italian men, whatever. No two are the same.
Masculinity.
Yeah. Right. And so this one is definitely different than any other Scorsese movie I've seen.
We both haven't seen Killers of the Flower Moon either.
Not yet.
So
not yet.
We'll be getting to that.
Definitely. It was interesting. Not my favorite. I think his character Jake
LaMotta.
Yeah. He is such a vile and disgusting man. Oh my God. I felt so like grossed out watching him up there to the point where like looking at Robert De Niro's face, I was like,
what a legendary performance, though. We can agree on that.
Very true. Very true. But I think that's why I didn't like the movie, only because his character just made me feel so gross and icky. And I
Yeah.
was just like, I don't even want to watch this.
I get it, and I gave it 4 stars on a first watch too.
Mhm.
Um, you need to watch it on like a really good restoration. I've seen it on my Criterion
Mm.
disc. When it looks good, it's like everything clicks with the
Right.
visuals and shit. And I know you watched it on the like link your film teacher sent, so I don't
Yeah.
know how. Like that's like 1080p maybe, but
It was
that's not
okay.
that
It
bad.
wasn't
But
horrible
yeah,
quality. It was
it's just
but there's
like
better.
if you watch it like not on your computer, like on a TV screen or even a cinema screen, and like actually like you get like really into it. That's
Yeah.
how at least what happened to me.
Right.
But yeah, what else did you watch?
I also watched the FNAF movie. Wait. Sorry guys. I keep burping.
Not so pretty.
But that's a pretties. And that's what I'm gonna make. But that's a pretties. Yeah, I watched that movie. It was awful. Like awful. As someone who grew up watching Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's, literally since
Mhm.
day one, I was there watching it, the first game. I tried playing it, I chickened out, too scared. But I watched him play all of it. I know a lot of the lore. I was excited for the movie. Love Josh Hutcherson, love Matthew Lillard. Both of them did a great job. They're both great actors. The movie did not stick to the plot whatsoever, completely changed it. Um, the whole point of these animatronics is that they kill
Right.
children, they kill people. The whole point is that you are supposed to try and survive, like Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria,
Mhm.
whatever. And the movie just changed the whole plot. It changed it for the worse. I don't even know how to like awful, just awful, so
Oh
bad.
man.
Um, at one point the animatronics were like getting along with the little girl character, and they were like stargazing, and I'm like, this is not. We completely lost the plot of the game.
Right.
I will say Josh Hutcherson looked damn fine. He looked so
Well,
sexy,
that's all you
but
need. That's all you need.
yeah, he was eye candy, and that's what mattered. But the movie was really bad. Don't watch it, honestly. Don't.
Sucks. Did you watch anything else, or was
I
that
did. My last is just Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
mm,
Awesome
classic?
classic horror movie. I loved it. It was a little bit of an irritating experience because I was watching with my friends on Halloween, and they would not shut the
Oh.
fuck up, and they would not stop talking, and I was getting so pissed that I yelled at them, and then after I yelled at them, they all shut up and they were all dead silent. But
Oh.
every 2 minutes they were like, "What's going on? What's happening? I don't get it." And I'm like, "If you just shut the fuck up, put your phone down and pay attention, maybe you would know what's happening." Instead of asking me every 2 seconds, who is that? What's going on? I don't get this.
Yeah.
Pay attention and you would know.
It's tough being a film fan
It
when
is.
with non-film fan friends.
And my friend was like, after you
Bev
yelled, she
watched it
was like,
with his friend group and they all didn't like it. And I think for the same reason
for
that
the
they were
same
just not a film
reason.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
What your friend after?
Sorry. I was just saying that my friend was like, she was like, after you yelled, I knew it was my time to shut up. And then
Aw.
and so she shut up.
Guys, you don't know this, but you do not want Meli yelling at you.
No, you don't.
That is not a good experience for anyone.
No.
Look at that sweet face. Imagine it turning into a demon.
Yeah.
Do it,
And he
Meli.
would know because I've been his stage manager.
Oh no. Yeah, that was um so I watched many a
Yes.
film.
Spill your
Um
guts.
I'll spill my guts.
And I'm gonna enjoy a Reese's while you talk.
Nice. The Wim Wenders film that I mentioned earlier,
Mm-hmm.
The American Friend, is
Okay.
no cap.
Oh shit, he's using big
Maybe
words.
in my top 25 films that I've ever seen in my life. Maybe top
What?
20.
What? That's a
I think this
bold
is
statement.
my favorite Wenders film yet, which just
Wow.
says a lot because Wings of Desire and Parasexis like changed my life. Ooh, that looks good. This movie is a melancholic thriller. it's a masterpiece. It's based off the book Ripley's Game, obviously. Um that's been adapted in many films, such as The Talented Mr. Ripley and
Oh, I love
Purple
that.
Noon.
That's a good movie.
So this is it's like a loose adaptation. And it adds melancholy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie. I can't stop thinking about it. It can't get out of my head. I recommend it to literally anyone. It's a very slow film. Not that slow, but it's slow. It has its slow moments.
Right.
But when I say this movie grabs you by the balls, it grabs you from the fucking balls. And
I love when
Bruno
you say that.
Gans,
When you say that about
Bruno,
movies, it's crazy.
yeah, Bruno Gans is in this, and he is phenomenal. Every performance here, the cinematography is some of the best I've ever seen. Everything is just mwah. You got to watch this. I'm either picking it for the podcast or you're watching it by yourself, Meli.
I'll add it to my list.
Okay, sick.
I'll add it to my list right now.
Okay. I watched the dramatic comedy rom com broadcast news, which is on the
Broadcast
Criterion
news?
Collection, and my mom has seen it 10,000 times, so she wanted to watch it with me, and I wanted to watch it with her.
Wait, what is it
and we
called? The
watched it with my
American
dad.
Friend?
The American Friend, yeah. It's from 1987. There you go.
Boom.
It's from 1987, and it stars what was it? It stars William Hurt, Albert Brooks, Holly Hunter, and Jack Nicholson. Joan Cusack is also in it. Joan Balsack. Sorry. You're a great actress. Don't get me wrong. It's just a sweet movie, and it's just about these people working at a news station and living their lives and having their romantic moments. And it's one of the sweeter titles on the Criterion Collection, where it's kind of funny and entertaining and not sad at all. So I mean, sad in its own right. I watched The Creator, which was a sci-fi action film that came out this year. I'm happy there's an original sci-fi concept out there, but I don't know if it's gonna make its budget back. The CGI was crazy, but apart from that, I wasn't really into it. I did have a bomb siren go off in the movie theater halfway through the movie, which was a new experience. And
did you have to evacuate?
Yeah, we had to evacuate. We went to the shelter that was under the theater, so that was
Okay.
I've never really been stopped in the middle of a movie in a theater. So I watched Uncut Gems, a behemoth of 2019. Have you seen it?
Yes. So what'd you think?
What a movie. Like, what a movie.
That movie grabs you by your balls.
That movie grabs you by your balls in a different way than the American Friend, like slowly approaches and like tugs a little, and then like pulls you down at the end.
This one is ripping the balls off your body.
This one just grabs it, takes scissors, and neuters you.
Like Antichrist.
So like Antichrist. Great Adam Sandler performance, great musical score, great cinematography, just worth all of the hype. And I watched a very new film, The Killer, directed by David Fincher.
Wait, is it out?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It was okay.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5. The cinematography and lighting were spectacular. But it just left me puzzled, confused, just empty. I didn't feel that there was a lot of my friend told me about a review he saw on Letterboxd where someone said, this feels like a director coming to terms with the fact that they directed Fight Club.
Oh,
you'll get that when you watch the movie.
Interesting.
There's a lot of the Smiths in it. There's a lot of Morrissey.
Guys, I love the Smiths.
I feel like Meli will eat this up to a certain level.
Okay.
She'll eat like 3/4 of the cake. I'm predicting like a 4 to a 4.5 for Meli.
See, here's the thing. I do love David Fincher.
Yeah.
And my favorite. Wait, Can I ask you, sorry,
Yeah.
what's your favorite Fincher movie?
The Game.
Okay. I have not seen The Game.
Goofy movie. That's my favorite, but objectively, we're talking objectively, tie between maybe Fight Club and The Social Network. I haven't seen Zodiac or Seven yet, so I'm yet to see those.
Seven's great, Zodiac's great. My favorite Fincher movie is Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, well, I'm scared to watch that one.
Maybe I'll pick it for the podcast.
No.
I won't.
Go, please. Like, okay, maybe one day. I just remember my parents watching it one night, like last year, I think, and my mom was like half covering her eyes, and my dad was, I don't even know, my dad was in like a different world. They were like terrified, and like they were like, oh, we're watching this great movie, but it's like one of the most brutal things I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
And
But it's so good. Oh my god, Rooney Mara, my god.
I don't know if I'll like it.
Yeah,
Maybe I will.
it's one of those things where it's like you either love it or you hate it. I think I gave it
Yeah.
like 4.5. No, I think I gave it 5.
I'll get to it one day. If I end up like completing Fincher's filmography, it'll probably be the last thing I get to, but I don't know. The Killer, you'll like it.
Okay.
You'll like it more than I did, but I don't know if you'll like appreciate it at like, the level you would rate Fight Club or Girl with the Dragon Tattoo or Seven or Zodiac
Right.
or whatever. But it is it's a fun movie.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to watching it. I have to watch Brick for our film club.
Oh yeah.
Brick was the winner, so that is something I have to watch.
Gordon-Levitt. Me and my mom were watching the trailer for this Apple TV film, Flora and Son, and
I don't
he's
know
in
what
it.
that is.
He plays a guitar player, and I was telling my mom
Oh.
about how I saw his balls and his butt in
In what?
Mysterious Skin.
We didn't see his balls.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do, ma'am.
What? In what scene do you see his balls? What?
Bro, after the scene in the bathtub, he goes home and he cleans up and he like spreads his legs to like clean his penis, and you see his balls from between his butt cheeks.
I do not remember that. I remember seeing his butt, but not his balls.
No, you
No, that's not funny.
You see his balls, you just weren't looking.
Okay, yeah, because I was too preoccupied with the fucking. Yeah.
I have a very keen eye at recognizing nudity when I see it.
We know. We know.
There's this scene in Monty Python's Life of Brian where I was watching with friends, and there's a scene where you get a glimpse of one of the main actors' ball sack, and I paused it to show them because no one else saw it.
Of course, that's viewers. Yoav loves nudity. He wanted to do Midsummer Night's Dream all in the nude.
That was Zev's idea.
No, that was your idea. He wanted to do it in the nude with all those people naked. Keep that in mind. And if you saw A Midsummer Night's Dream, you would know who those people are, and you would be concerned.
No proof. I never said that.
Whatever. Okay.
Anyways.
Any other movies?
What we watched this week.
All right.
No, that's it.
Awesome.
And I watched Klute.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to Klute.
Speaking of Klute,
next. Wait.
What?
Get it? Flute. Okay, guys. We'll see you in the next segment.
Bye. Bring bring.
Hello?
I'm recording this call and I'm gonna kill you. Oh, it didn't work this time. You were silent.
No!
Okay. Sick.
Guys, I have a
Welcome.
gavel.
Oh,
This podcast episode and debrief is in session.
nice. You're like the turtle from Seussical. Don't listen to me.
I've never seen
Um,
Seussical.
yeah. Strange association from my end. Welcome to our segment on Klute, directed by
Sorry.
Alan J. Pakula. Who have you ever seen an Alan J. Pakula film?
Nope.
So this is your first Pakula film.
Yep.
I've actually my this is my first note, but like it's a broader thing. This is actually part of an unofficial trilogy.
Oh.
Called the Paranoia trilogy. And
Oh.
this was the last movie I had to watch on that trilogy. So I've
Ooh.
completed it.
That's cool.
And it's the All the President's Men, the
Mhm.
Parallax View, and Klute.
Wow.
And it's a great trilogy. I think they should make it official. All that's left is adding All the President's Men to the Criterion Collection, then adding like making a trilogy box set out of it. Easy money.
Will they do that though?
No, because
Yeah.
All the President's Men is too famous. So yeah, that's my first note, that it's a trilogy, and those are the three. Those are the only Alan J. Pakula films I've seen. All the President's Men is obviously a classic, amazing movie, and The Parallax View, I see why people love it, but it's less of my thing.
Mhm.
And I'll give you my ranking of the trilogy later.
Okay.
What's your first note on this one?
Well, okay. So first of all, I want to give like a quick little thing, is that I was telling Yoav before that when I watched this movie, I was kind of out of it. So my notes are not as necessarily intellectual as I would like them to be, but he'll fill in for me. So
Okay.
it's fine. But my first note was that I just love Bree's style. That was literally my first note.
Oh yeah, Brie.
Um
Sorry, my brain jumped to a different Brie.
oh, we know. We know. Speaking of which, I saw yesterday.
The other Brie yesterday. Well, we'll
Anyways,
talk about that later.
yeah. But Bree
Yeah,
style, love
I
it.
have like 10 notes on Brie's style.
Right
Love
there.
it as well.
Wait, fashion icon right here. She is so everything she wears is so cool. She is the
Yeah.
embodiment of cool girl. Her hair
Yeah.
is sick. Her glasses are insane. Like she is that girl.
She dresses kind of like my homeroom teacher.
Really? That's so cool.
And my homeroom teacher has the same haircut as her, so maybe that's why I'm making the association.
I mean,
But my
having this
homeroom,
haircut now is pretty crazy.
yeah, it's cool though. It works on her.
Okay,
And it
that's
works as well
cool.
on Jane Fonda.
Yes.
Well, my first note was I just love the opening scene before the credits. Cool, like table scene, really. I love the there were like cuts to Tom and pictures of Tom and Arlen on the wall.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, okay, this is like kind of dramatic. And then it goes into the opening credits. I love that there's information being conveyed while the opening credits are happening. You're hearing the recording that the evil man plays over and over again, and you're seeing, and the credits were going like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like those opening credits. What do you think of the opening credits?
I thought they were good. I agree with the table thing. I like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really paying much attention.
Right. I'm just weirdly obsessive about opening credits.
It's okay.
As you.
No, I get it.
What's your next note?
Well, my notes are kind of all over the place, and I didn't really take any notes till like the second half of the movie, kind of. But like,
go ahead.
My note was well, I wrote down the quote, "For an hour, I'm the best actress in the world."
We're going straight into the politics of this movie.
That was just my this is literally my second
Oh,
note.
amazing line.
And then okay, there's I think there's so much to say about that.
Yeah.
She okay, obviously like she's like a prostitute,
Mhm.
but she's like I guess like a high class prostitute.
Yeah.
She's
High priced call girl. That's what it's called
yeah,
in the.
which so like her lifestyle is very different than like what you would expect of like different like of like
Right.
other types of um call girls,
Sex
sex
workers.
workers that you see in
Yeah.
like other movies. And like she wants to be an actress. She's like an aspiring actress, but she's like
Mhm.
failing at it miserably. And
I believe this movie is revolutionary in some ways, in its representation of a sex worker.
I did write that
Um,
down. I did write that down.
and that she is a complicated character with aspirations of herself. She's not sexualized.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not sexualized like an object.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually a very dense character
Yep.
with a lot of things surrounding her. Um, and the way I'll get to my note.
Mm-hmm.
Pakula's direction concerning this is so interesting. And his direction is very consistent throughout his works. Um, the way his stories are like slightly revealed, how he like only like you kind of have to piece some things together in your mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To like understand the whole story and the fuzziness, the 70s fuzziness and the like kind of clunky editing. I really like it.
Yeah.
Most of the time it really works for me. um I was gonna say, like, since Jane Fonda is such an icon and like the background behind you, I wrote, when in the picking a model in the lineup scene, they did not just pass on Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck. What
They
the
were like,
heck?
"Oh, your hands are too gross."
Yeah.
It's like, "What? Like what?" And they're
Um
like, "This girl's too pretty. She's too pretty. Get her out of here."
you're literally looking for a model.
Yeah.
I mean, in some, okay, yeah. The
We
modeling
we need
business
her
is
to
what.
be ugly.
This woman's participating in like the harshest like jobs you could possibly do.
Yeah.
A sex worker, a model, and an actress, like that's hardest. That's like the hardest worlds to participate in.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, what's your next note?
Well, my next note like kind of goes, I guess it goes kind of with how you're saying she's a very dense character. Um, and again, I was just saying it was about her therapy sessions and how like it's so interesting how she like is actively going to therapy, and we see like multiple sessions of that in the movie,
Mhm.
and how she's like actively trying to get better,
Yeah.
and like she's like talking through like all her problems, like she's talking through her problems like with being a sex worker, and then also like with her relationship with Klute over here.
Mhm.
um I just thought that was very interesting because we don't really necessarily see those types of perspectives in movies, especially from like someone who's a sex worker. I thought that was quite
Yeah,
interesting.
it's so interesting. I would say that near the end, I think the therapy sessions as a framing device like kind of worked less for me,
Mm-hmm.
because at one point it just felt like she's literally explained, like it's just a way. It's like she's like telling us about her character.
Right. Okay.
I feel like there's other ways they could have communicated her feelings in
Mm-hmm.
like some dialogue. But we'll get to that. I'll just say like a broad note, and you can add to it.
Mm-hmm.
um, Pakula just has an iconic use of shadows and darkness in this
Yes.
and in all of the President's Men in the Parallax View. Um, the way he uses shadows, his paranoia thriller trilogy, the use of shadows makes you feel like there's always something creeping just around the corner. Somewhere in the negative space is a stalker, a pervert, a psycho, someone out to get you. Not only this, but his sort of far away filmmaking makes you feel like you're the person watching and the person being watched at the same time. Which I'm I'm proud of writing that sentence because
That's
that
so
like
good.
perfectly to me, like it encapsulate my feelings when I'm watching a Pacula movie. Like you're stalking someone and also being stalked.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. No, and then
How'd you feel about this movie? Like were you thrilled? Were you
um ye- so that was kind of one of my big issues with the movie that I wrote down, that for me the whole plot about the murder just didn't hit like I
okay?
thought it would.
Okay.
I said it was just like I I think it's because we have such an interesting like female like what protagonist? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know. I
totally.
guess she could be one. And like I was so interested in her story and who she is and everything. And then and like she is like the highlight of this movie that like
Avi.
yeah, you kind of like that when they're not necessarily like talking about the murders, like you kind of forget about it. And then to me it just
I understand that.
yeah, to me it just kind of like I didn't click. I just it was just like confusing to me. I don't know. I didn't really
Yeah.
like it that much. The whole
Um
murder thing.
I think yeah. Uh, can I come back to that?
Yes, you can come back to it.
Because I have like my critiques as well.
Mhm.
Jane Fonda is so stylish and cool. Her fits are amazing. Her makeup
Yeah.
eats and her hair is iconic. Sparkly dresses, big necklaces, awesome style.
Yes.
Bree's apartment is also so cool. Love the poster
Mhm.
of just JFK's face. um, Jane Fonda's monologue about this guy, like when she's first talking about the guy that tried to kill her while one of her Johns, if you will,
Mhm.
that tried to kill her back in the day. I look like I have webbed fingers. Um, amazing acting, amazing
She
performance.
won an Oscar for this, right?
She should have. I don't know.
Wait. Let me double check because I thought that she
Search,
did.
search, search. Speaking of that scene in like the initial interrogation scene with John Klute, with by the way, what do you think of the name John Klute? I love that as a detective's name.
I love the last name Klute. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good. John
sick.
is boring, but Klute? Oh
Right.
yes, she did win Best Actress
Good.
for Klute.
Good because this performance is just phenomenal. Um, I don't know if you caught this, but in the interrogation scene with Klute, she
Mhm.
says the line, "Okay, Tommy baby, ollie ollie and free kid." She says it. She says
What?
it.
I do
She
not
he
remember that.
After her monologue about this guy that tried to kill her, he like
Okay.
asked her another question. I don't remember what it is. And then she turns to the Jane Fonda turns to the side and she says, "Okay, Tommy baby, ollie ollie and free kid." What does that
What does that
mean?
mean?
I have no idea.
What the fuck?
I didn't know if you caught that or not.
I don't remember her saying that, but what does that mean? Okay, Tommy kid Ollie Ollie? Like what? Like Ollie on a skateboard?
I have no idea what that line meant, and
What the
I
fuck?
replayed it 5 times, and I turned on subtitles, and I still didn't. Um, I wrote a lot about the interrogation scene. I wrote the note. He does have such a nice mouth. I don't know what I'm talking
Okay,
about there.
Yoav.
Probably Donald Sutherland, who
Yeah,
I just love seeing his face on screen. Just what a great '70s actor.
real. Is he still
There
alive?
he is. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Um, and his legacy with the Hunger Games films is
Yeah.
also uncompeted.
Yes.
The reveal during the interrogation scene that there was someone creeping around on the roof was actually
Mm-hmm.
kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Um, and that takes me to the musical score. What you think of the
Yes.
musical score?
Yes. So good. So good. I will say
Amazing.
as much as I do have my issues with the movie, the music is really
It does some
solid.
heavy lifting during the
Yeah,
climax too.
it
Um,
does.
it does the musical score is so mysterious and sensual at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. I love it. It gets more jazzy and thrilling later.
Yeah.
I just I love it. What's your
I've
next note?
yeah, I just said that yeah, it was suspenseful in all the right places, like when it needed to be.
Right, right.
My next note, which kind of is like a continuation of that, is just like the scenes where they're like in the club. Um,
Oh, you're such a good seguer.
so good. Oh my god,
Yeah.
the music hit so hard. The
There was some like lesbian dialogue in there. Did you notice that?
like what?
There was one of the characters that were like I was like, that's crazy for representation in the 70s.
Well, I thought there was like
One
a
like it
trans
was a
character.
no, it was like a one-off dialogue, and then these women like kissed or something.
I
I
don't
feel
remember
like I'm
that.
making shit up with this Tommy all boy lesbian
You
thing.
might be. I but yeah, those club scenes were like
Mm.
crazy. Like
And
they
that takes
were
me to
mhm.
sorry, go ahead.
No,
No,
I
go
was just
ahead.
gonna say that they were like very enjoyable to watch. That's
Yeah, yeah. And that takes me to the club scene with Roy Scheider. And I
mhm.
just love seeing Roy Scheider and everything he's in. I really want to see his movie All That Jazz. I'll get to it one day. But he's super
Oh, I have to see that
sleazy.
too.
He's super sleazy here and I love it. So,
Yeah.
um but okay. So there's that performance. I love Donnie Sutherland as the straight man detective. I would love to know more about his character. I mean, I wrote that I'm not getting a lot except for the fact that he misses his hometown of Pennsylvania and
Mhm.
that, there's some kind of romance between him and Bree. I can definitely
Right.
tell Donald had a character in his mind, like John Clute was all figured out in Donald Sutherland's head, but I didn't get all of
Mhm.
that. I
Yeah.
didn't really. It would have benefited from some sort of framing device, kind of like what Bree had with her therapist, or
Right.
just they could have just had a dialogue that was more.
You were saying
So
that he had his character all figured out and all that.
yeah, he had his character all figured out in his head, and I just didn't get everything. Which
Mhm.
leads me to a question for you. What did you think of his romance with Bree? Do you find it
Right.
convincing?
So, first of all, I was not expecting that to happen.
Hmm.
That I it how do I describe this? It's because you're saying is it convincing?
Is it like
Uh,
justified? I don't know.
I mean, like the way it happened was just so random, and she was kind of like, "Oh yeah, like I know you want me," and then it just like happened, and then he just went along with it. Like to me there was no clear romantic
Yeah,
buildup.
and
It just
I just don't.
literally like they just like threw it at us, and then we're like, oh, we're
Yeah.
just supposed to like
But which
okay.
Pakula does that shit all the time, which is, what my major critiques with all of the movies of his I've seen. He just
Mm-hmm.
like pushes shit out at you and you don't really understand what's going on sometimes with like
Yeah.
character motivations. You'll see that if you end up watching the Parallax View for some reason. All the
Mm-hmm.
President's Man obviously is his like most famous one. Even in that though, I still have some gripes. I don't know. That's just how Pakula does his shit. He just like skips around sometimes.
Yeah, I
um,
don't know if I love that.
it doesn't really align with Bree's like character too, who's also this kind of independent kind of gal. Um, she says that she just wants to be faceless and bodiless. She wants to be left alone. Do you remember that line
Yes,
where she
I definitely caught that line.
yeah, Jane Fonda again, perfect performance.
I just I don't know. I didn't and it just to me it was just so I don't know. Like I need some I feel like romance some okay. How do I do okay. Romance isn't necessarily difficult, but I think building up, having a good build up is hard.
And chemistry.
And chemistry.
I think they had chemistry.
They definitely had
to a certain-
chemistry.
yeah.
But like
Performance-wise.
and their performances were both great.
But not writing-wise.
No. And clearly
Yeah.
Pakula doesn't know how to write romance
Pakula.
build-ups.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just could have used more of their dynamic. You know what I mean? Something about this movie was like it could have been even longer. Like I feel like I'm always thinking, let's do a dialogue revealing more about them and their I don't know.
Which
I didn't really
okay. No,
fuck with the
continue.
romance. And then this scene happens in the night in the outdoor market.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was gonna be my next point.
What a beautiful scene. It's like 10 seconds long and it's stunning.
Right?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about with the peaches.
The visual and the musical score.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That came out of nowhere. And then I was like, I'm here for the romance. Yes. And then it ended. But,
yeah. Like that was so good. And then
that was such a sweet scene. Like probably my favorite scene of the film.
Yeah,
so weird to say.
Because I know why. Okay.
Because peaches are my favorite fruit.
Okay.
Just a great scene, and I love the musical score. It went all jazzy there.
Oh,
but yeah, their romance, you know, and speaking of like how he doesn't really reveal shit, which just felt like
go
some stuff where it's and then he revealed the like villain too early in my opinion. The Peter Cable character. He just exposed himself. I don't know. He like exposed him too early, you know?
I wanted to ask you about that because that was my next question for you. Because you said that he kind of just throws shit at you.
Yeah.
The ending was awful. With
I
like
wouldn't call it awful, but
okay, not awful.
That if that's your opinion.
No. Awful is too grand of a word. But the ending with like Jane Fonda with Bree and then the villain and he was like playing the tape and then he jumps out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't. I didn't like it.
The music was doing a lot of the heavy lifting there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What did you think about that?
I initially liked Peter Cable as a villain because someone so close to the man like went missing. And his high up like economic stature makes him being a perv makes sense.
Yeah.
Weirdly. There was a cool shot of him in an elevator. not an elevator. In a helicopter.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty cool shot. Wait, but before I get to that, 360 real quick. There was a fight between John Klute and Frank, the Roy Scheider pimp.
Oh yes.
It was really awk. Like the Foley sounds were and like the
yeah.
That was really entertaining. That was very 70s like camp, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I was kind of thrilled by the climax, but Peter Cable just kind of exposes himself completely to Bree, and it was kind of weird and it felt like narratively obvious, like he was explaining himself and his character to the viewer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
But Jane Fonda's performance when he plays the tape is great. There's a close up on.
That was my thing. I didn't like that scene or that whole whatever reveal and when he jumped and whatever. But that one particular like little segment, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It was good. And I also like that's where I kind of wrote how like she kind of feels tethered to sex work because of like the trauma and abuse that like she's endured and like she kind of like she wants to break through but she always will go back to it.
She's a tragic character in
Yeah.
that way. I did get kind of paranoid from this movie. I closed my blinds before I went to sleep. I feel like there's something about it that just kind of like makes you paranoid, which is cool. I think Pakula is a way of doing that. But
Mhm.
and yeah, his writing for Jane Fonda's character was good, but his writing for the romance was less.
Yeah.
I I I said I wrote here that I love the end shot, but the thing is I forget how it was. So I don't know. I
It
forgot what
was
it was.
it was Klute and Bree in the apartment, and it was all empty, and they had two briefcases, and then they like pick
Oh
up the phone and
yeah.
they walk out the door, and then that was it.
That was pretty good. It's just kind of forgettable,
It is.
you know. Overall, super enjoyable flick. Compelling romance thriller aspect was pretty good.
Mhm.
Great musical score, and the lighting obviously is amazing and
Yeah.
magnetic. Something about Pakula's direction just doesn't click with me sometimes. He feels super distant at
Mhm.
points. Like his whole voyeuristic framing and cinematography doesn't work for me, or for the more character oriented dramatic bits. I was genuinely at the edge of my seat at like some points, but mostly for because of the musical score. And yeah,
Yeah.
how about you? Do you have like a
I
should we do ratings?
I don't have the wrap up like that, but I agree with most of the things you said in that.
Okay. Do you want to get to ratings?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Um it's lower than it's just gotten a little worse in my mind
Yeah.
from when I finished it because I did love that ending shot.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a 3.5 out of 5 for me. Um, but and it's worth watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, for that market scene alone. What's your rating?
My rating happens to also be 3.5 out of 5.
Another classic one-on-one ratio pod moment.
Yep.
Our ratings are also always at a one-on-one ratio,
They
a 1-to-1 ratio,
they are.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Three and a
Sometimes we
half.
like differ.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't it does not I was like, it doesn't hit exactly the 4 marks in my mind, but it doesn't deserve a 3 because it's better than okay. So 3.5.
Yeah, three and a
It's a
half.
good movie. Boom.
Um, would recommend it even.
Yeah. Honestly, I think you should give it a watch just for the performance of Jane Fonda alone.
Yeah, if you happen to stumble across it, and that poster is cool. I would hang that poster on my wall.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know about
Agree.
you.
I agree.
But should we get to next week's picker?
Hell yeah, I'm so excited. Okay.
Eehee.
Oh,
Okay,
let's take these off.
let's take these off.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
Okay.
Okay, so I was gonna put a movie that's one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh.
Um,
Oh,
but
that's
I'm not doing it.
wait,
I'm
hold
not
on.
doing it because this movie that I was gonna pick is too sad for the moment for me.
Oh, okay. Wait, what
But
can you tell me what it is?
no,
Oh,
because
okay, fuck.
I'm gonna pick it sometime in the future.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want it to be like one of the things you think about the second I'm like I know
Oh,
it's gonna be,
right,
but
right, right.
um you've heard about it a lot from me. I'll just say that.
Oh,
I was
chilly
gonna pick
scenes of
it, but
winter.
no. But I'll just do it, you know, sometime in the near future. Um,
Okay.
but instead I picked a movie that both of us haven't seen.
Oh,
Um, I
all right,
think you've
I'm
heard
ready.
about this. You might have heard about this a little, but not like I don't think we've talked about it before.
Okay.
So the movie's from 1985.
Okay.
And um it stars Ken Ogata, and it's directed by Paul Schrader.
Okay.
Do you know Paul Schrader, director of First Reformed?
I do know Paul Schrader. I like the first
Card.
Reformed.
Okay. And it's called Mishima: A Life in 4 Chapters. Have you heard of this film?
I have wait.
Yeah. Is this a new one for you?
I think so.
Ooh, let's go.
Ooh, okay.
So
Oh,
I
that's
I
fun.
am my interest was sparked because I've 8 friends on Letterboxd that have seen this and they all gave it 5 stars.
Oh.
And you know, this one's like it kind of has a big reputation. It's
Uh-huh.
number 49 on the top 250 list of all time.
Oh shit.
Um it's just genuinely known as a all around amazing movie and I haven't seen it. It's a biopic,
Oh.
but like in like an abstract way, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. I'm so ready for that then.
Um
Wait, is it
yeah.
on Criterion?
It is on Criterion. It has one of the
Hmm.
most crazy covers cuz it's like shiny cover. It's
Wait,
like
I have to look at it now.
um it I don't know, it gives kind of color of pomegranates like adaptation of a
Ooh.
but like
Oh,
you know how Color of Pomegranates is technically a biopic? Yeah.
yeah. Oh, so it's like that.
It's kind of like no, but I don't think it's that like this one has a plot.
Okay, okay.
It's just visually insane like
Is
that.
it in Japanese?
Maybe I don't
Maybe.
know. Um I don't know. It's directed by an American director, so
Yeah, because Paul Schrader is white.
yeah. A fictional account of the life of Japanese author Yukio Mishima, told in
Wait,
4 parts.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
What?
I just realized something. Paul Schrader was a writer for Taxi Driver and Raging Bull?
Yes.
I never knew that. That's cool.
I mean, yeah, you don't like Taxi Driver, so I didn't mention it, but
No, you should have.
yeah.
I didn't know that he was tight with Martin
I love his
Scorsese.
movie, The Card Counter. I haven't seen First Reformed, but The Card Counter was really good.
I've heard. No, the first
So
Reformed is crazy. Oh my,
crazy good.
crazy good, crazy, crazy.
Oh, did it looks like you give it 8 out of 10. That's high. Okay.
I know it's so good. It's like it's very different. And then if you know me, you know I love weird um religious symbolism and all that shit. So
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see with Mishima.
yeah.
Um thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah,
Um
thanks guys.
watch Mishima Life in 4 Chapters and watch Klute cuz it's
Yeah,
worth a watch. And if
but
you didn't
if
watch
you didn't
Klute,
watch it, it's okay. I'll give them the
no,
pass this time.
we're gonna pimp you out.
Oh, I forgot about that. We did say that before.
Yeah.
We'll be your pimps.
And we'll group piss on you.
Yep, because that's what cinema is, guys. Peace out,
Thanks for
everybody.
watching. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.